Welcome to Outrageous Fortunes. I'm Spence or Resonant Moon.
And I'm T, or the T Monster, or Twitch Dad, or Padre de Gatos.
So that just reminds me of an old podcast that I used to be on where my title just kept getting longer and longer and longer every single and I'm just like, oh, this is what that feels like.
This is exactly what it feels like, yeah. And this is the show that we record live on Twitch and YouTube, or that's T. I'm learning the ways of tarot with guidance from Spence, a 20-year veteran tarot reader.
That's me. And during our time together, we turn the cards. It's me, Mario. I'm leaving all of this in.
Please do.
During our time together, we turn the cards, we read the definitions, and see what patterns reveal themselves. We might even go down a tangent or two along the way.
Yeah, might. So grab your deck, an adult beverage of your choice.
What are you drinking?
Water. Staying hydrated. I'm so boring.
I have green tea with mango and peach.
Okay, that rocks. I love that.
It also just all went down the front of my shirt. So there's that. But let's take a deep breath. And let's turn our attention to the cards. Hi, T.
Hi,
I missed
Spence.
you.
Yeah, I missed your face. What? So we just posted, at the time of this recording, we just posted part 1 of the Hinsdale House investigation. And I'm about to put up part 2. Part 2 is going to be far shorter than I anticipated. And there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm not losing sleep over it. I'm just like, you know what? Hinsdale House, what are you going to do? And you know, I don't want to drop any spoilers, but haunt or hype, kind of hype. And I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to see it, you know where to go. Old Spirits Investigations on YouTube. But yeah, I can't wait to see what this reading holds for me today, because tomorrow is the 3rd interview I've had for this upcoming job that I'm really hoping I can stick the landing on. Hopefully in future episodes we'll be talking about that more positively, but we'll see. We will see.
Fingers, toes, and all the things crossed. I do want to go back to 2 things that we talked about in the last 2 episodes, or the last few episodes, I should say.
Now or later?
First of all,
we're doing it now. Okay, cool.
Doing it now because I want to get it off my desk,
right,
so that I don't have to think about it again.
Of course.
But so when I was at your house during the podcast, you showed me an ad for Pyramid in Waynesboro.
Oh yeah.
To which I said, oh yeah, that's on my places of want to go. It's a apothecary, holistic kind of store, very witchy. It's wonderful. My kind of place.
Right.
Me and my roommate, we went there this past weekend. And I bring that up to say, because last episode we talked about pocket decks or decks that are smaller to be more handleable, especially for people with small hands like myself.
Wee hands, yes.
For the wee hands. And we did talk about this in the pre-show, but when I was there was a crow
deck
tarot pocket edition.
Yeah, let's go.
And so I did double check. It is from the same distributor as the regular deck. So this is an official pocket deck. And I'm hoping that these become more readily available for people, because they make it so much easier to turn the cards. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say, just to harken back to the last couple of episodes, because I was on an editing spree.
So how many of these pocket decks, I mean, do all decks get a pocket deck, or does that depend on the publisher, I assume?
It depends on the publisher.
Okay.
I was just very excited to find my deck in a pocket edition. Exactly. I did see a couple of other decks in a pocket edition as well.
That makes sense. Okay. Very nice. Very, very nice.
So, have you pulled your daily card yet?
I have not. I always wait until Outrageous Fortunes, so I am pulling my daily read, and my daily read today is The Five of Pentacles reversed.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Ooh.
We love this. We love
Okay.
this card reversed.
Five of Pentacles reversed.
I have
Okay.
a specific song in mind for this card, so go ahead.
Hmm. 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 Okay, I'm going to read this all out here, and I'm going to try to tell myself, don't get your hopes up, don't get your hopes up, don't get your hopes up. But at the same time, I'm also saying, this is a good sign, this is a good sign, this is a good sign. Five of Pentacles, upright, means poverty, unemployment, or stagnation. Reversed, it means recovery, positive light of change, incoming financial push. A solitary tree stands in the midst of a snowstorm, with only one clock barely clinging onto its branches, symbolizing hardship, loss, and vulnerability. Reversed, the storm begins to pass, and the tree shows signs of recovery, indicating the potential for renewal and healing. The reversed Five of Pentacles suggests you may be finding a way out of your difficulties, encouraging you to seek help and to trust in the process of overcoming challenges. Well,
And
now.
for the Crow Tarot,
Well, now.
reversed, the experience of lack and financial turmoil is ending. Now is an excellent time to take inventory of all the beautiful things that have entered your life and focus on gratitude.
Can I get a
I
hell yeah?
I don't want to say preemptive yippee, but
Yeah,
I
I know.
really want.
I don't want to either. I don't want to either. But man,
This is like
did I need a straight up card like that to come and tell me just be cool, bro.
hang in there.
Hang in there, boo. Hang in there. Be cool, boo. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool.
That's like me when I get a big raid. I'm like, okay, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. We're cool. Everything's fine.
Yes.
This is normal.
Yeah.
Hi.
You know, I mean, are you reading that, by the way? Are you reading Dungeon Crawler Carl?
I am not, but I get kind of the cliff notes
Yeah.
from my roommate because she is.
Oh, okay. So Val's
I
reading it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She's just finished book 6, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I just started.
One thing that this series has done for her and vicariously done for me has really inspired writing for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. My daily card was the Queen of Pentacles upright.
Ooh,
So
okay, so I'll jump
I've got
over
all my
that.
responsibilities. I have all my responsibilities done for today, and now I get to relax and chill.
You said it was the Queen of Pentacles upright?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now in the Wonderland, which the artwork that you're looking at here, chat, for me, this is the Wonderland Shadow Tarot. And this is put out by Erethereal. That's the publisher. I've actually had a back and forth with its creator, and they got a big kick out of the fact that I'm loving this deck. I got it basically because of the, Through the Looking Glass and Alice in Wonderland. This is not Disney Alice in Wonderland. This is this is the
American
this is closer.
McGee's.
Yeah, this is closer to the British, the Britishisms, if you will. But they did such a beautiful job on this artwork. It is very dark. It is very twisted. It is very expressive. And for tarot, it's a natural fit, in my humble opinion. So this is what the Queen of Pentacles in my deck looks like. Upright, nurturing, feminine, provider, business-oriented. A regal figure cradling a clock with grace represents the Queen of Pentacles. I've gotten this card before, I'm pretty sure. Embodying nurturing, practicality, and the mastery of material world, this card symbolizes the ability to create abundance and stability through care and attention to detail. The Queen of Pentacles encourages you to cultivate your resources, nurture your surroundings, find a home between work and find a balance between work and home.
Yes.
All right.
And for the Crow Tarot, the Queen has come to you to offer loving energy. She is the quintessential mother, always at the ready to provide soul-soothing comfort that comes from her heart. Don't mistake her kindness and compassion for frailty. She is one tough bird who will do whatever it takes to ensure that those around her are well cared for. The Queen of Pentacles brings security and balance to the situation, igniting powerful female energy that can handle it all. When this card comes to you, take a moment to bask in the love and security this merciful crow is offering you. And honestly, we're talking with your 5 of Pentacles reversed. I'm also kind of seeing that for myself
Mhm.
because I got a
Hey
promotion.
now, let's go. Let's go.
I am officially an audiobook producer in training.
That's nice. That's really nice. That's very, very cool. Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm a very happy Spence.
All right. So now what kind of reading did you want me to do? I know what I would like to talk about, but I'm just going to let the cards pick the topic for me. So, yeah.
So, honestly, the lesson today is going to be more based on the minor arcana numbers because um I feel like understanding what the numbers kind of mean will help you visually interpret the cards a little better.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, we can do our normal 4 card reading.
Okay. So 4 cards out. So we have the situation at hand, obstacles in the way, some advice. Finally,
Goals and outcomes.
all right, and goals and okay. I think we have our 4 cards at the ready.
All right.
All right,
Let's
here we
do
go.
it.
Okay, so first upright, first card, not necessarily upright. First card, 6 of Wands.
Okay.
6 of Wands, and it is reversed.
All right.
6 of Wands, and it is reversed. And the 6 of Wands, this is the current situation that is at hand. So 6 of Wands upright means success, high reward, recognition, reversed, lack of recognition, failure, fall from grace. Okay, that's a little unnerving, but we'll face it.
Well, I mean, I do want to take your mind back to last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the situation you're coming out of.
Coming out of. Okay. Let's see. A victorious figure holds a rose high symbol. Hi. Oh, hi, Mock. Let's try that again. A victorious figure holds a rose high, symbolizing triumph, recognition, and public acknowledgement. Reversed, the victory feels hollow or the recognition is withheld. The reverse 6 of Wands warns against seeking validation solely from others, reminding you true success is measured by your own sense of accomplishment. Okay. That's not as bad as I thought.
So not as bad as we thought.
Yeah, not as bad as we thought, but okay. Okay.
So for the Crow Tarot reversed, the 6 of Wands comes with a warning that your project will not be as successful as you imagined. He may also signal a situation that could risk your reputation with peers. Of course, these are merely warnings. Your actions will decide the outcome. The 6 of Wands reversed asks you if you might be getting in your own way. And that was kind of the theme that we were talking about last time.
You're right. About what Scott Sigler, good friend of ours, Scott Sigler once said about T. Morris, that T. Morris's greatest ally is his greatest enemy. He can't get out of his own way. I remember he said something along those lines, and I didn't take that as an insult. I've always thought Siggy, and when I say Siggy, I don't mean it as a dig on him. I mean that as a term of endearment. If he ever told me, T, stop calling me Siggy, I'd drop it like that, because I have a lot of respect for Scott, and I can see where he's coming from. So okay. Let's see what the second card holds. Another reversed, and it is the High Priestess reversed.
Interesting.
Now I got this, if I remember correctly, I got the High Priestess last week, and she was upright. I can always check my photo journal For those of you watching at home, this is Major Arcana, the High Priestess, and I remember
We were
getting her
actually just
recently.
talking about her.
I want to say we got her last week, or the last time we did a reading. I don't think we did a reading last week, but I'm
We
pretty
did
sure.
not do a reading last week because I was
That's right. You had.
taking care of Val.
Yeah. The Empress, the Emperor, the High Priestess. Okay, now I got to know just for my own sanity. Let me just see here. Okay, where was my last? Okay, here's my last reading. Oh wow, yeah. So my last reading, for the last reading we did, it looked like it was the Mage was my daily read. The Mage Reverse was my daily read, and then it was the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles, all reversed. And the last card was the High Priestess upright.
Mm-hmm.
And we're starting with the High Priestess reversed. Or no, I'm sorry. We're saying the obstacles ahead is the High Priestess reversed. So the outcome is now my obstacle. At least that's the way I'm looking at it, because this is the second reading we've done like this, and I've gotten the High Priestess again. So now it's like the cards are going, hey, T, we need to, whoops, we're going to knock over your camera, T. All right. No, I had this.
That was
perfect.
great Foley, though. That
It
was great
Foley.
Foley work.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so the High Priestess reversed. Upright, it means higher power, divinity, or intuition. Reversed means confusion, fading intuition, withdrawal. The element is water, the astrology is moon. The Cheshire Cat, with his knowing grin and ability to appear from the shadows, embodies the High Priestess' divine consciousness. He guards the mysteries of the unseen, urging you to trust your intuition and tap into higher knowledge. Follow his guidance, for the cat sees beyond the veil of reality. Reversed, the High Priestess becomes elusive, like the fading smile of the Cheshire Cat. Intuition grows cloudy, signals become mixed, and the path ahead is unclear. Trust your instincts only when the mind is calm and clear, lest you be led astray by illusions.
And from the Crow Tarot, if the High Priestess appears reversed, it is a message that your connection with your inner self has been lost. As a result, the High Priestess is unable to communicate the information you need to make a wise decision. She strongly urges you to take time for yourself and allow for communication to come to you through the quietness of spirit. Her message is to pay attention. There is magic in this world. You only need to allow yourself to experience it. So I feel like this is kind of connected to this, to our reaction to the 5 of Pentacles reverse. You know, it's like, calm down. Everybody calm down.
Keep a clear head.
Keep a clear head.
Keep a clear head.
Yeah.
So the obstacles for me again being my own. I am my own worst enemy.
Yep.
So help me, Jesus. Okay, sorry. Everybody.
Hey.
I know. Copyright strike. I'll be careful. Okay. So basically, they're saying, yeah. So the thing they want to talk about is not necessarily a fall from grace. Is more about hollow victory or giving my worth solely on the judgment of others. And then here it's saying the obstacle, though, is going to be trying to keep a clear head through all that, which I can see. I'm still going to lean heavily on the good the good the good vibrations from this card, but let's push on. Wait. Another reversed. Now, I did want to say, just because a card is reversed does not mean it's bad news. But I am getting a lot of reversed cards, apparently.
Remember what I said last week about how sometimes my hand is backwards. So
Yeah. But this is the Four of Wands. So I'm back in the Wands again.
4 of Wands, okay.
Four of Wands reversed. Upright, community, celebrations of joy reversed. Social conflict, lack of support, home conflict. Yikes. Okay, and this is, let's see, so this is the advice. This is the advice. Alice dances joyfully with a white rabbit's shadow, symbolizing celebration, harmony, and the joy of shared success. Reversed, the dance falters, suggesting a lack of harmony or delayed celebration. The reversed Four of Wands warns against neglecting the importance of balance and community, urging you to reconnect with your support system and find joy in your achievements.
And then for the Crow Tarot, when reversed, the 4 of Wands represents instability in your home life or a breakdown in a relationship. Although you know that the change is vital to your growth in the long run, you may find it difficult to keep a positive attitude. And so, like with everything, every change, if we've got an upcoming change, it's going to take an adjustment period.
Right. I mean,
And I think it being in the advice position, I think it's saying, hey, if this comes to fruition, just know that it's going to shake things up. Just be patient.
That goes without saying. The thing is, I'm usually the one that's always saying, hey, celebrate all your victories. I'm the one that's usually saying that. And maybe I'm not taking my own advice. But I'm trying to think of a time where I haven't been celebrating every little victory I had, I feel like I've been celebrating. Now, before we look at the outcome here, this reading may have nothing to do with my daily read, right? I mean, this could be
true.
This could be pertaining to something completely different from what I'm hoping this daily read would be. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, we're going from this first card of what the cards want to talk about, and it wants to talk about, it wants to talk about maybe a victory that doesn't feel as poignant
Right.
as other things, or doesn't feel as full as you would hope it would. So
All right.
if we go from that into the rest of the reading,
So, the current situation in hand, what are my challenges? What's the advice? Here's the potential outcome. And the potential outcome is the Queen of Swords reversed.
I think your deck is backwards.
What do you mean by that being backwards? What do you mean?
So every single card you pulled is reversed.
Right.
And I told you last week how if I pull a majority of cards reversed, that tells me that I need to reverse my hand so that the majority are upright.
Okay. Because what I was doing.
So let's.
Okay. I'm sorry. I will.
Let's read the reading of the Queen of Swords reversed, and then let's flip the cards around and see if that makes more sense to the situation at hand.
Okay. Upright, fair, objective, honest, reversed, harsh, malicious, bitter. A regal figure, adorned in a peacock-like masquerade mask, holds a sword with commanding presence. The Queen of Swords represents clarity, wisdom, and the power of intellect. Reversed, the Queen's clarity turns to coldness, or her wisdom becomes harsh. The reversed Queen of Swords warns against being overly critical or detached, advising you to balance intellect with compassion.
If you've ever seen The Devil Wears Prada, this is Miranda Priestley.
No, I've never seen
that. What?
I've never seen it. So maybe the Odyssey. Maybe it was the Odyssey. Can you give me an Odyssey one?
If it's the Odyssey, it is it's Circe before she understands that that Odysseus
Okay.
doesn't want anything from her. He just
Right.
wants to get home.
I
So this is her all men are shit. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
that's okay. It's just kind of freaky because
All men are
I
poop
was thinking of
themselves.
Circe. I was thinking of
Yeah.
Circe when you said that. Wow.
So for the Crow Tarot, when the Queen of Swords is reversed, she can be seen as a tyrant who is unapologetic, cold-hearted, and short-tempered. She lets emotion cloud her judgment, and as a result, may risk
Mm.
losing respect and tarnishing her crown. So yeah, it's definitely Circe before the understanding that Odysseus doesn't want any harm for her or her nymphs.
Right.
Um,
He just wants to go home.
yeah.
Have you seen Chris Nolan's Odyssey yet?
Not yet. I
It's really
have the
good.
means to see it. I just haven't had the time. But I am familiar with the
Right.
Odyssey in general, especially um the epic the musical
Yeah.
retelling of
Yeah,
it, which I enjoyed so much.
Sam was going into that as well. Um there was a the Circe moment made me realize I never want to see Chris Nolan do body horror. I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't know if that's a spoiler for anybody. I do not want to see Christopher Nolan do a film that involves body horror because, man, that entire sequence was terrifying. And,
Oh, it's supposed to be.
well, yeah.
Um
No, I get that. And I don't think this is a spoiler, but there was a very eerie um vibe that the actress. It's weird. I mean, this could be, this could be bro propaganda. Propaganda. That's what it is. Propaganda. But in propaganda, I heard somebody say this actress basically said it's been a year since I've done the Odyssey and I haven't been casting anything. She goes, granted, I'm 42, so I get it. And I'm like, you know what? No, that's not an excuse anymore. That doesn't cut it. Um, but the thing is, I would be shocked if a year from now, considering how big the Odyssey has become, if she doesn't start popping up and stuff, then yeah, there's another story going on. But um, I I don't know if this is related to the actual Odyssey or if it's part of her performance where she just improved this. But there was a weird, eerie thing that she did when she was reversing the spell on Odysseus's crew. She was just saying over and over again, back to your disguises, back to your disguises. And that has haunted me since seeing the Odyssey. Um, it's a
I
brilliant.
highly recommend if you have the capacity, I highly recommend reading the book Circe. Um, it's it really gives some deeper perspective to the character.
Mm. I she really did bring this. There was a lot of things happening with this character. I realized just in her scene. And I think Nolan just knocked it out of the park with that. With that the whole Circe segment was just it said so much about not just Circe, but about Odysseus, about the crew, about the situation in hand. It was really amazing. It was amazing. I highly recommend. Yes, to you, I highly recommend that you see the Odyssey. Preferably make the road trip wherever there's a IMAX close to you and see it on IMAX. Because wow. But anyway, okay. So you're saying now when you say to turn these cards over, does that also include my daily read or no?
No, because we're considering the daily read separate.
Okay. Because here's the other thing, and I just wanted to run this by you in case I was doing this. If in case I was doing this wrong, when I was shuffle the deck, I shuffle the deck. I don't do the fan fold because I can't do it with these cards. But I've been kind of just shuffling, and I'll just do a quick example on camera. I do this, like I'll do the simple stick them in between and boom shuffle. Then I will cut the deck.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm just I'm sh- being a I'm having an aha moment.
Okay. But then I do this. I will cut the deck, right? I will cut the deck several times. But when I do every other time, I will flip it. And the reason I flip is so that I can enter in that randomness of, because if I'm not doing the fan shuffle, I'm not flipping them over. If I had not flipped, like turned certain cuts on their axis, they would never be, there would be no reversed cards in here. They all be upright. Does that make
Right.
sense?
So the way that, yeah. So the way that I shuffle is I take my cards and then I flip them so that they're facing each other. So
Oh,
now if I were to shuffle them like this, um, they where right now the Queen of Wands is reversed
right,
and the Magician is upright.
right,
As I shuffle them, they're now going to be the same direction.
right.
So that's how I do my shuffle to make sure that I am equally getting reversed
I see.
and non-reversed. And so because I'm doing it and there's more randomization there, I feel like part of you doing this motion, that's why you're getting a full segment of reversed cards.
Okay. Okay. Well, I that then but the problem is I can't necessarily do that type of shuffle that you're showing me right now because these cards are so long and awkward. Like this isn't an insult to tarot, but like most tarot decks that are out there, they do
Yeah,
not lend themselves to the fan shuffle unless I found a pocket version of this, which I know for a fact
yeah.
Erethereal does not offer. Same thing with my Crow
So
Tarot deck. That is also not that's a very specific publisher, and they're having a tough enough time keeping their regular tarot decks running. So anyway,
so here's my Crow Tarot,
right,
the normal sized one. So I split it in half, make them
right,
face each other,
right.
and then I can just barely get it. And all I have to do is get the corners together.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think these cards are too long for that.
Yeah.
So I'll try to shuffle more passionately in the future. Then I
Yeah.
I thought
Because
I'd shuffled it. This is the second time, by the way, this week. I had a bad Magic the Gathering game, and I thought I'd shuffled that deck within an inch of its life. Same thing with this. I feel like I've been shuffling this for. I felt like I shuffled it before you got on. Before I got on with you, I felt like I'd shuffled this within an inch of its life, and then turns out it needs a little more love, I guess. But okay.
um so if we look at this from an upright perspective, um so we have your 6 of Wands upright, that's victory. You've grown into a victory position. Um you have um your what's in your way. Um you're being asked to listen to your intuition. Again, still not get too excited,
Right.
because you don't want to put the cart before the horse. Your advice, again, is to make sure that you have everything settled at home. Um, because change is ultimately going to affect everybody that is in your orbit. So
Of
just
course.
making sure that you're checking in and figuring out the new normal. And then your outcome is going to be the biggest change because you go from a woman who is very no nonsense and does not have any no filters and is kind of rude. You go from that to a leader who is good at delegating and being a very clear communicator without tearing people down.
Okay. Huh. Either way. Okay. Okay. I see.
So it's
Yeah.
still the same message, but with less dark undertones.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. All right. I
Um,
mean, yes. I mean,
now,
change will come. Uh, change will come if everything works out.
yeah.
And I think the biggest change will
We
be
keep
in the stream. Mainly
mhm.
because I won't be able to do this full time anymore. I won't be able to do Mana Buds on Mondays, which kind of sucks, but again, it's part of the thing. And
Yeah.
one thing I would say is, just because I can't do it in the mornings doesn't mean I can't stream. You know, I even told Pip this. I said, if I can keep streaming at night, I will. Maybe not as much, but I will still stream at night.
Yeah, you know, maybe a couple nights a week or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And
Um, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
you didn't. It's more about it. Yeah, it's it's hard not to get your hopes up when things are moving at the pace that they are moving this with. And I'm coming off of a very good second round, and I'd really like to see if I can.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, yeah. It was like I told you, it was and I told chat, it was within the hour of me getting off, maybe even within the half an hour of me getting off with the interview. I was invited to do the one that's happening tomorrow, and I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying to just say, okay, I'll prepare for it. I'll do exactly what I did yesterday or what I did last week. But I can feel the butterflies kicking in the stomach. I can feel the anticipation. I even was knowing that the thing with Vi was going to be quick. I was thinking, I could always do a detour, go home, via Dragonfire, pick up some booster packs. And I'm like, no, I want to wait, and I want to see if I can congratulate myself with some booster packs, as opposed to, booster packs to sort of psych me up. It's like, no, I want to get some booster packs as a congratulations gift. And if I don't get it, I don't get it. I don't get I don't spend the money that I don't have, and it's just,
That's the same reason I didn't talk about my promotion until I actually started training
right,
for the promotion.
right.
Because I didn't wanna uh I didn't want to hype myself up unnecessarily.
Exactly. So I know that tomorrow's going to be a big day.
Yeah. Well, do you have the brain space for a little bit of a lesson?
Yeah, I do. I do have the brain space for a lesson. What would you like me to do?
Awesome. I would like you to get a piece of paper or something that you can take notes on.
Oh, I've got. It's
Because
right here. Okay.
we are going to so we started off by saying, what cards intrigue you, what cards make you nervous. Now I want to go into the minor arcana. In the minor arcana, you have variations on a theme. We briefly talked about this at one point. And so I want to look at the numbers and what we can see in those themes.
Okay.
So we always start with the aces. The aces is the one. Um, numerology is pretty much the same as kind of a journey, and so the one is starting the journey. You're investing in yourself. You are starting with a new message. Let's see here. Where's my other aces? You're starting a new project with the Ace of Wands. And then with the Ace of Cups, you may be refilling your cup to start on a new relationship. So it's variations of starting something just with the different elements that apply to the different suits.
Okay.
Does that make sense so
Yes.
far?
Yes. Yeah, it does.
All right. So, I would say first you would want to write down that the different elements. So, the cups is going to be water. The water is for dreams, relationships, intuition, emotion, and expression. And I'm just going down the line from my book. This is my handy book my brother made for me,
Okay.
and I have made it my tarot.
All right.
So then we have wands, and wands is the element of fire. And so that speaks to inspiration, creativity, passion, action, and drive.
Okay.
Then next we have pentacles or coins, and they are the element of earth. So that speaks to materialism, nature, finances, career, and reality.
Okay.
And then lastly is swords. Swords is the element of air. So it is thoughts and ideas, communication, beliefs, logic, and analysis.
Okay.
So whenever those come up for you, keep in mind that if you have, we had the 6 of Wands today. So that's going to be speaking about your passion, your drive, your inspiration.
All right.
Long day, huh?
Long week and long weekend, and not I haven't been sleeping well for the past 2 nights, so there's that.
Gotcha.
I'm
Well, I
I'm
won't take
managing.
it personally.
No, please don't. I'm not. Yeah, that kind of reaction. It's not a reaction to the content. That's just 2 nights of really piss poor sleep. So yeah, we're good.
I'm just poking
I
fun. You're
know.
good. We're good. We're still friends. Okay. So
But I am hanging on
we talk
on this. I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on
okay.
what you're putting down. So okay.
Okay. So the ones are going to be the start of the journey.
Right.
So it's new beginnings, it's potential, it's planting a seed.
Okay. I already made a note of that.
And then
So
perfect. So then we have the 2s, and the 2s are all about balance. I have a 2 of Swords in here somewhere. That's a 3. Nope, that's a 6. So you're balancing, um, you've got balance, a partnership, you're dealing with duality and choices or options. Um, so when I say that, so we have the duality of the 2 of Cups, because you're not just considering yourself, but who you're in partnership with.
right.
You're
Right.
balancing. With the 2 of Wands, you are making a plan. You are balancing the goal versus reality. With the 2 of Pentacles, you're balancing your responsibilities versus your things that you want to do. And with the Swords, you're balancing your intuition versus fact.
Right.
Um, I just haven't found my 2 of Swords yet. There's my Ace of Cups. There's the 2 of Swords. So this is you need input, Stephanie. If you can name that movie, I will be very happy because it's one of my favorites.
Okay. It's not coming to me.
It's Short Circuit.
Ah.
Um, All right. So the threes are all about building their collaboration. You're building the party, if you will. So the two is the quest. Now you've got to build your party. So the three of wands, you're setting your map. You're moving forward. The three of cups, you're building community with your friends. The three of pentacles, you're building on an idea. You're doing that collaboration. It's very work oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And the three of swords, you are getting clarity on, well, heartbreak. um the three of swords is such a harsh card.
Yeah.
What else did I put? Yeah, it's about connection, and sadly the connection in the three of swords is being broken. The fours are about stability. um so when I think of the fours, I think of a house and how it has four corners, right?
I mean, you could say that about anything. A chair has usually four legs. A
Yeah,
table where everybody comes to eat has four legs.
ex-
So yeah, I can see that. That
exactly,
makes sense.
exactly. So you're seeing that. So the Four of Swords is the first one that we've got here, and that talks about rest, because you can't have any kind of stability of thought if you don't get your appropriate rest. You can't talk
Well,
well,
there you
you
go.
can't think well without the rest. Um, with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is about preserving your resources. If you don't have a safety net to move from, you're not going to be very stable to do the adventurous stuff. So it's taking care of your own needs first before you do anything else. The Four of Wands is a coming together of ideas. This one typically is talking about marriage. It's a stable relationship. Um, and then the Four of Cups is talking about stability of emotions. This can often look like apathy, but it can also be a time where you're getting your mind right so that you can focus going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Fives is all about challenge and strategy. Um, and I will show you once I get, okay. So we just talked about the Five of Pentacles, and how that is the challenge of not having finances, right?
Right.
It's when you're hitting rock bottom. So this is a financial challenge. With the Five of Swords, it's a communication challenge. I This is the I told you so card. And then you have to think about what other people how other people feel when you say I told you so. Um the Five of Cups is an emotional challenge. So you're dealing with loss. That's an emotional challenge. And how do you move on from that loss? How do you remember what's still standing? Um, and then the Five of Wands is a creative challenge. So you have people who are challenging your ideas, not to tear them down, but to build them up. It's a very creative, building, brainstorming kind of card. So that's the fives. The sixth is about growth. Um, so with the Six of Swords,
That's all about
your old
letting
buddy, the
go.
Six of
Yep.
Swords,
Yep. It's all about
you're
letting
letting
go.
go, but you're letting go with a learned lesson.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So you're letting go of what didn't work in the past. So you're learning from failure. Um, in the Six of Wands, you're learning from success. What worked well, how can you move forward with that integrity? With the Six of Cups, you're learning from your emotions. I typically see this one as like a nostalgia card. So you're learning from that childlike portion of yourself. And then the Six of Pentacles, you're learning from balancing your needs versus other people's needs, and how generous can you be, while still keeping yourself afloat.
Okay. Yeah.
How are we feeling so far?
Yeah. Feeling good. Feeling good.
All right. All right. Just making sure. Um, okay. So then we have the sevens, and the 7 is a pause card. So this is the waiting for everything to happen. If you're thinking about gardening, this is the time when everything is growing, and so you just have to let it cook.
Right.
So the
The weight.
7 of yes, the weight. So it can also be opposition, but this is the pause. So with the 7 of pentacles, you're waiting for things to grow. You're waiting for your investments to grow. You're waiting for things um to keep going. In the 7 of wands, you are waiting for people to make the first move. Because you know your position, and so you're defending your position, and
Right.
you're waiting for other people to come up with something that's going to move you one way or another. The 7 of cups is about being hit with indecision because you have too many choices. Um, it's the best and worst position to be in.
Huh.
And then the 7 is waiting for, as Captain Jack Sparrow would say, your most opportune moment. Um,
Right.
you're trying to get away with something, and so you're waiting for your opportune moment to get in there
Mhm.
and give your appropriate jab, or if you're in comedy, letting that having the right timing for that
Okay.
great punchline. Um, the 8s are all about let me read so that I can make sure I'm saying it right. Okay, so this is about re- rewards of the work and momentum. So in the pentacles, your momentum is towards mastery. I think of the 8 like normally I think of it like an infinity symbol, but where
Right.
we're talking about momentum, I think of it like the wheels on the car moving across the way.
Okay.
So the 8 of pentacles is moving towards mastery. Um, the 8 of cups is moving away from a toxic situation. The 8 of swords is a lack of movement because you feel stuck. Um, this is also an indecision card, like the 7 of cups. And then the 8 of wands is just moving forward, do not or passing go and all that other things, just moving forward with reckless abandon.
Hmm. So, how is the 8 of, I think it was swords, how is finding yourself immobile a reward?
It gives you a chance to consider things from a different point of
Okay.
view. Similar
Okay.
to so it could be a reward, but typically with the swords, they are like an antithetical meeting. Similar as where the threes are like building your party, except for the 3 of swords where the party's kind of breaking up.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so I tend to think of this as momentum being halted so that you can um consider the fine print.
Right. Right.
Um all right, your 9s are about fulfillment. You're so close to the end of the journey. Um
So I'm gonna
so this is
before we move on, I just want to say, let's wrap it up on 10, and then we'll save the page and the knight and the queen and the king.
oh yeah,
We'll save
that
those
was the
for next
plan.
week. Okay, great, perfect. My
That was
mind to
the
your
plan
mind.
because they're people cards.
Yep. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay, so the 9 is about reaping the rewards. So the Nine of
Okay.
Cups is about gratitude. You're reaping an emotional benefit, and you want to make sure that that's reciprocated because you have all this abundance around you. The Nine of Pentacles is bringing in the harvest. Everything that you have been working for, you're now able to bring in. And again, trying to be there in gratitude. Um, the Nine of Wands is about perseverance. So, and this one I want to go back to the Nine of Wands in or the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, you're rushing, you're running a marathon. The Nine of Wands, it's that last leg of the marathon, and you just got to keep going. You have to persevere. So that's where that one is. And then the Nine of Swords, you've seen some stuff in this journey. You've seen some horrific stuff, and so now you're um you're dealing with the repercussions of it and how it makes you feel. And you can either keep it to yourself and let the anxiety build, or you can let it out.
Right.
But this is my anxiety card.
Okay.
Anxiety and nightmares, because you're processing what all you've gone through, and not all
Okay.
of it is good.
All right.
And then the 10 is the conclusion. So it is a very appropriate place to end. Um, so with the wands, you've finally finished this project. You're a little burnt out, you're a little exhausted, and you probably need a week of sleep to recover, but it's done.
Right.
The Ten of Swords, I've told you this before. This is the It's Dead Jim card. So you have learned very hard lessons about what worked and what absolutely cannot be redeemed, what cannot come with you, because it was holding you back the entire time. Uh, the Ten of Cups is absolute emotional fulfillment. This is your happily ever after card. You get to consider what that looks like for you. Your cups are full. And then your 10 of Pentacles card is financial abundance. You know, you've created something that now provides for itself. And so you get to sit in that abundance. So yeah. It's a little primer on the numbers in the tarot.
Okay.
Disclaimer, as I understand them.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. It's what I wanted to start going over, so that as you refer back to your notes on it, you can be like, okay, this kind of makes sense in the story that the cards are telling here.
All right. Good to know. All right. Food for thought. And that's a great spot to wrap up today, and then next week we will pick up on the peoples in the the peoples, all the peoples. Okay, very cool, very cool. A lot to think about.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Remember that you can engage with us live on Tuesdays. We try to do this around 2 p.m. Eastern, but if it's going to be later, we'll let you know. You can also leave a comment or questions in the VOD. I am always checking for comments, so if you have questions about things that we went over, I'm happy to go over that with you. Please like and subscribe. That way, as you're learning with us, we can grow together. I don't have anything right now, but I will in September. I have an event coming up that I just got signed up for as of today, for curiosities, creatures and curiosities, which is going to be happening in Richmond in late September. So I will have more details on that going forward. Do you have anything coming up?
We had something coming up. We had to back out of it, and no regrets. It was the right move to make. Unfortunately,
Mhm.
And now we're looking ahead to September. I think we might have one, possibly two um, uh, investigations coming up, but again, we'll see how that goes. And that is all about that. That we'll have more. We'll have more on that when we start talking in September. Okay.
Fantastic. Well, until next time, everybody, be good to yourselves and may the cards be ever in your favor.